What's up, YouTube? It's Detroit John. We're back here with another episode of John Talks. And before I get into it, if you could subscribe, if you're not subscribed, or like the video, it would mean a lot to me. But let's get straight into it. Jalen Green was born in Merced, California to Brianna and Marcus Green. Marcus, his father, being a standout basketball player himself, although never making it to the professional level like his son Jalen would. Jalen is a name that we do all know, but we know little about. Well, lucky for you guys, I am here to fill you in. As I previously mentioned in some of my videos, the Pistons can fall from anywhere from 3 even to out of the top 5. But barring some catastrophic event, the Pistons will have an opportunity to select Mr. Green. There is even a chance Green could be picked before Mobley. There is even a greater chance that he could be the #1 pick. His physical style, his aggressive mentality, these are things that you cannot teach. These are things that have to be learned in childhood, things that have to be given to you in your upbringing. By 6th grade, Jalen was already making noise in the AAU circuit as well as making massive steps in his own personal life, often practicing for 5 to 6 hours a day. And to nobody's surprise, he broke out his freshman year, averaging 20 points and solidifying himself as one of the best players in California. He would eventually lead his high school team to a 31-3 record and win the state title. After his remarkable junior year, Green began to receive a massive amount of national attention. By his senior year, not only was Green a McDonald's All-American, but he was named the National Player of the Year by Sports Illustrated. With the allure of the NBA on the horizon, Green had a difficult decision to make. He would eventually choose to forego his college career and set his sights on the NBA, specifically the G League Ignite, where he would again display his relentless scoring ability as well as his defensive potential, averaging 18 points and 4 rebounds through 15 games. Now, I know this is a small sample size, but it is actually fair to say Green has actually boosted his stock with his productive stint with the G League Ignite, where he is legitimately the team's main man and first option offensively. Now at 6'6", with his crafty dribbles, Green was able to show flashes of Paul George. He also had games of explosive scoring 30 points versus the top-seeded Raptors. And these are not college-level players. Again, this is pretty much the NBA-level competition. And we've already seen guys who tear it up in the G League translate over to the NBA, with Kevin Porter Jr. doing what he's doing. But really, the biggest point I wanted to make, and if you walk away with anything from this video, thinking one thing with one lesson, is that Jalen Green is the most talented scorer in the draft class. So we have to understand that he's racking up points against better defenders than his fellow potential rookies and Cade Cunningham are playing in college basketball. These are NBA level talents, and this is almost really the NBA, what he's going to be seeing. It's not the NBA as far as skill and defensive skill, but as far as players and potential talent, yes, it's on that same level. So this is what separates Jalen Green from the pack for me, is that he is playing grown men, guys that know how to play defense, guys that know how to stop people, and despite this, he's still scoring and racking up the points. So not only does he have video game like athleticism and a Paul George like jump shot, but he's also doing it against higher level players than anybody in college basketball right now, which gives these numbers even more weight. The real question is, if he's doing this against NBA talent, what would he be doing against college level players? And guys, I can answer it. It would have been a rape session had he gone to college, okay? He did the wise thing and he took the next step. Now he's averaging 32 minutes per game and he's shooting 13 attempts per game. But anyone can take a lot of shots. It's a question of, can you do it with efficiency? Now at 36% from 3 and 82% from the 3-point line, Green has answered that question. Again, this is no small challenge for a teenager facing off against grown men. And in reality, even when you compare Green to top prospects like Jonathan Kuminga, he's still shooting at a higher clip literally across the board at every spot on the court. From what I've heard, the struggles Kuminga is working through right now are actually typically what scouts expect when watching a young player face off against grown men, as he can no longer rely on his size and athleticism to bully and overmatch his opponents. This hasn't been a problem for Green, guys. His game has translated quicker because it's based around shooting ability, speed, and skill. It's important though to highlight his athleticism alone wouldn't make him a star in the NBA, but when you combine it with his ability to launch the 3 off of the dribble, you could potentially be looking at a future star. Now, Green may not be an elite shooter just yet, But defenses in the NBA are still going to have to respect his jump shot across the floor, as he has legitimately displayed the ability to shoot the ball at all three levels, with a particularly unique ability to sink off-balance three-pointers as mentioned. This kind of shot-making ability will allow Green to contribute immediately, and I mean that from day one on an NBA team. But taking the next step will bring more challenges for Green, as the defenses and the skill on the next level will increase. The biggest concern for Green, though, is he doesn't read the floor well. He essentially plays at such a fast pace, he's never really had to worry about how am I going to initiate the ball, or ball movement, or slashing and getting to the basket. He's just done it at will. But this will not work in the NBA. He'll have to improve his shot selection as well as his playmaking ability. This will include passing out of bad drives or closeouts. Another concern for Green is he mostly hunts for his own shot, and honestly when he passes the ball it looks artificial or predetermined. This is actually where he incurs most of his turnovers. Now, I can't speak for other teams, but this shouldn't be a problem for the Pistons in particular, as in the recent weeks and days we've seen Killian Hayes really emerge as our future offensive initiator and primary passer. And I want to emphasize this. Green will need to be just who he is right now for the Pistons, who he's always been, a slashing two guard with an unforgivable jumper. This will allow Saddiq Bey to slide to his natural position, small forward, and you now have Killian Hayes, Jalen Green at the 2 guard, Saddiq Bey at the 3, Jeremy Grant at the 4, and Isaiah at the 5. Honestly, another playoff team in my opinion. This fills a very big need for the Pistons right now. Another young, talented 2 guard who has shot first mentality. Defensively, Green has shown some potential as well, guys. But like Mobley, his wiry frame will hold him back in the NBA. He needs to add about 25 more pounds to even catch Jalen Suggs. But patience, guys, will be important with Green, as he could legitimately be the next Zach LaVine or even a smaller version of Paul George. Overall, Green will be a good go-to scorer from day one when he steps on the court for the Pistons. But there is a more likely scenario. More bigger things for Jalen Green. That is being a great scorer, a great playmaker, and a great overall NBA player, which I think is highly more likely. So guys, finally, just to wrap this up, I believe Jalen Green is just a winner. And I believe we're winners if we get Jalen Green. Now, Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, and Jalen Suggs, these guys are all good, but there's something telling me that Jalen Green could legitimately, right now, be better than them all. And just based off of what he's been doing with the Ignite, he's showing you that he's gonna come in and at least put up 12, at least put up 13. I mean, to me, that makes him the safest pick right there. So if you're the Pistons and you do fall out of that top 2, even if you do stay in the top 2 with the point that we're at now, you really need to start considering him alongside Cade Cunningham, alongside your needs of a scoring threat, alongside your needs of just having young talent. So again, I don't think anybody's mad if we get Cade Cunningham. I don't think anybody's mad if we get Evan Mobley or Jalen Suggs. But I think we really need to start observing that maybe we do need to go out on a limb and just take Jalen Green because he's the best out of all of them and he's the most proven. He's the most secure prospect. Tell me what you guys think. I want you guys to like, I want you guys to comment, and I want you guys to subscribe. We need more slashers on this team. We need more guys to take attention off of Saddiq and off of Jeremy Grant. I don't know if Evan Mobley does that immediately on the offensive end. I know Suggs does. I know Cade Cunningham has the potential and pretty much will do that. But Cade Cunningham, Jalen Suggs, Evan Mobley, these guys are facing college basketball talent. These guys ain't facing G League NBA style talent. This dude Jalen Green is. It separates him. You guys tell me what you guys think. I will be back. I will keep on making these. I love you guys. Have a blessed one. Subscribe. Do not forget to like that video. And I love y'all. Peace.